Hello, my most amazing artists. This week we will be making a scarecrow, so the first thing you need to do is make sure that your paper is long and tall, otherwise known as vertical. All right, let's get started. Now the first thing we want to do is just above the middle of the page, draw a large smile or U shape for the head. Next, I'm going to add my face. So I did a triangle for the nose, a smiley face because I wanted a happy scarecrow, and 2 circles for eyes. I'll finish the eyes later when we color. I also added some vertical lines along the mouth for stitching, but that's totally optional. It's your scarecrow and you can add whatever details you'd like. The next thing we will be working on is the scarecrow's hat. The first thing I did was draw a straight line across the top of the head, but I would do this very lightly because we will be erasing it later. Slightly above the head on each side, I will be adding a diagonal line. We are going to connect these 2 lines with a squiggly line going across the top of the head for the brim of our hat. Next, connect the ends of the hat to the head with 2 curved lines. To finish our hat, we're going to draw a straight line across the top with a rainbow shape on top of it. I added a second line to the hat to make it look like it had a ribbon, but that's totally optional. If you don't want a ribbon on your hat, you don't have to have one. The last thing I did was go ahead and erase that original straight line that we had drawn across the top of our head. For the scarecrow's body, I started out by drawing 1 horizontal line right underneath the head. Next, you're going to want to add 1 short vertical line up and down, connected to 1 horizontal line. This gives you a rectangle-shaped arm. My scarecrow is going to be wearing overalls, so I'm going to draw 2 short vertical lines on both sides underneath the head. Connect the 2 inner lines with a horizontal line going across the middle. We're going to use those outer lines to create the rest of the body. So go ahead and draw straight lines down almost to the bottom of the page. Add 2 very short horizontal lines that meet almost in the middle, but don't touch. Add 2 longer vertical lines that connect with a very short horizontal line in the middle. And since I didn't want it to look like my scarecrow was floating, I added a small pole in between the legs to look like it was being hung out in a field. I did add a few little optional details to my scarecrow, like the pockets and patches, as well as some hay for his hands and feet. I did decide to add a background. I did a few pumpkins, some clouds, and I also added that horizon line that we've been working on. Remember, if you're adding a background, it does not have to look like mine. If you want to add pumpkins, you totally can, but if you don't want to, that's okay. And now it's time to color. And there you have it, our autumn scarecrow. I hope you enjoyed this week's art lesson, and I cannot wait to create more art with you next week.